one of our puppies was actually born in the backseat of the car, and it was on a Sunday. So that was a fun adventure.
Hi, welcome to Bully Girl Magazine Podcast. I'm Gigi, your host, and we are so excited to be joined again by one of the best French Bulldog breeders in New Mexico. Welcome back, Rebecca Escobar.
Hi, thank you, Juicy, so much for having me back again. I absolutely love chatting with you and all things Bully Girl Magazine. So very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
We are so happy that you're here and we love chatting with you too. And it's been great. I can see some things happen since the last time. I can see someone right there.
Yes.
Tell us about him or her.
So this is a him, and his name is Kronos. And he is a little lilac platinum boy. He's just so handsome. And he actually has his home already. He already has his forever home. They can't wait to meet him.
Congratulations, congratulations. Oh my
Thank
Kronos.
you. And we
The
have,
names,
so we had 11 puppies total. So he is 1 out of 11 right now.
he's so gorgeous and his name is so unique. I love that name. Never heard that name for a dog. I love it.
We do all of our dog theme names like the universe or like Greek gods and goddesses, things like that.
Yeah, I remember you told us last time, and it's amazing. Go check our previous episode with Rebecca. So, Rebecca, you're one of the owners of Frenchieverse LLC. You're a breeder and whelper who also offers health, wellness, and reproduction services. So, tell us about all this. You're doing so much.
Yes, I do all things dogs. I love helping my community, and that's when I do the health and wellness and reproduction services. So that's part of Canineverse. Frenchieverse is for puppies, and I raise all of our puppies from the day that they're born till the day that they go home. And I forever mentor everyone that gets a puppy with us after as well. So I help people breed responsibly and safely and successfully. And I am also the Master Breeder Academy whelping instructor.
You told us that the last time. You're an instructor. How has that been
Yes.
going?
I'm very, very excited. So I haven't gotten to teach my first class yet. The first one is coming up in October that I am teaching. So we have October, that date will be October 25th. We have 2 more spots left for that class, and that will be the whelping day. The next day will be canine reproduction, and that's taught with Patty. He is the owner, CEO, educator. And then there's also cryopreservation, which would be the next day in October. And so that is learning how to freeze semen so that it can last for 30 some years, that you can have frozen semen and still use a dog that may not be with us any longer. So it's amazing, super huge game changer for breeders if ever they want to keep like that bloodline back in their program, or if ever you need just some extra around because you're on vacation or something. So it's wonderful, but we're very excited for that class coming up.
I love that. So, wow, it's a lot of years. Sounds like sci-fi to me, but yeah, you could actually like have a puppy from a dog you miss. Can anyone do it at
Exactly.
home?
It does require training because you're using dry ice for this, so it can be very dangerous. So, with the Master Breeder Academy, it's something that you learn the safety of it because it is a very dangerous task to be freezing these things and to be storing them. So, those are all things that you learn in the class and you do get certified to do.
Oh my, wow, you get certified. So
Yes.
I love that. I love that you have this class coming up in October. You had the babes.
Yes.
Kronos is asleep. Is Kronos
He's
asleep?
asleep. Yeah. He's
Oh
snoozing.
my, he's so cute.
He's sleeping, and all of his other siblings are over there being wild because we had 11 puppies total from 2 moms. One mama had 7, the other had 4, and they are just,
So
they steal my heart.
11 puppies. You're so
Yes.
busy with them right now.
Yes.
Do they all have homes?
So we do have some homes for 4 of them. 4 of them have homes, and there's still a couple that don't have homes just yet. And they
Okay.
are 4 weeks. Yeah. They're all 4 weeks. They were born like a couple of days apart from each other, the 2 litters, but they're all 4 weeks. and
I
just
love
cute. And they're learning how to play and play fight and nibble on each other.
that. That's awesome. So, listen, I was checking out your Instagram and what we were talking about, and you need to tell me all about yoga with dogs. Please tell me
Yes.
about that.
I myself have always been like a huge hippie yoga buff. Forever ago when I was had younger knees, I'm still young, but my knees are not. I used to teach yoga. Um,
Oh,
and so
that's
I have this
awesome.
wonderful friend that she goes around and teaches yoga classes, and she is huge on the fact that puppies give you natural endorphins. They give you happiness and joy. And so what a cooler way than to go and relax and do a yoga session and also play with puppies. They like to climb on you and play. So last time when we did it, I think we had about like 7 puppies there and a bunch of people, and they were just running around wild. My poor husband, he had to pick up a couple of poops, but I did the class. I had fun.
I love that. So yes, absolutely. Like when I don't have dogs here because I'm not allowed in this apartment, but in my mother's house I have 3 dogs, and whenever I'm stressed, I just hug them, and
It
they bring
helps.
me
It's just
down.
like I always say that dogs are medicine for the soul. And so whenever you just hold a dog, they just like take in your energy and absorb it and you just like melt with them. Dogs are so special. We don't deserve dogs. They're too good for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. You're so pure. So you have this upcoming class. Um, you also are participating in a contest. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm
Tell us
so
about that.
excited about this. So, it just came across like my Instagram to apply to meet Caesar Milan, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love him. So even when like I was a kid with my brothers, my parents to get our attention would be at us. So like we learned from Caesar Milan as kids how to be a better person. And
Hmm.
we've always used his techniques. And so I think this would be such a cool opportunity to meet him, and also if he could give like breeders tips from like training puppies early on, teaching them just good characteristics and good temperament. That's something that I'm huge on, especially for pet people. But all of the dogs that we raise have great temperament and are well acclimated to the homes that they go to. So why not have him educate us when they're brand new, from a very early on age? And so it's always been a dream of mine to meet Caesar Milan. I am just a huge fan. I know you said you were too.
Yes, I used to watch him when I was a teenager. I loved his show.
It's
So,
great.
yeah. So, tell us about the best of luck with the show. Sorry, the best of luck with the show, and I hope you win.
Thank you.
And yeah, so we can all go and vote in the link you sent me,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I will go ahead and I'll share that link to you again because it's one of those like long, icky links. So I'll share that to you
Mhm.
again so that you can just go ahead and tap on it. But it would be just a wonderful opportunity. And if we don't win, I'm okay with that. I have so much going on anyway. It's totally okay. But it would just be something so cool for me
Yeah.
as like a huge fan and breeder to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Caesar Milan.
That would be awesome for real.
Yes.
So I pronounce it caniniverse, but it's not caniniverse, right? How should I pronounce it?
Canine-averse, like canine and then verse, kind of like Frenchieverse. So it's just a
Yeah,
play on that. Don't ask me to spell it.
caniniverse, caniniverse.
Yeah. And so
Got it.
Canine-averse is for all of our health, wellness, and reproduction services. And then Frenchieverse is for all of our puppies. And then Master Breeder Academy is for all of our education.
I love that. So with Master Breeder Academy, you're going to teach and certify people for cryopreservation. You
Yeah,
said.
so cryopreservation, canine reproduction, and then the whelping is the class that I teach.
I love that. You
So we
teach
have that
whelping.
one coming up in October. And then November, there's another set of course dates as well. You can find that information on our pages. But
Hmm.
I'm very excited to be teaching the whelping because I am so particular with how all of our babies are raised and they all do so great. And I'm happy to teach people how to save more puppies' lives with common issues that arise in breeding. I think it's very important to breed responsibly and safely.
Absolutely. Responsibility is so important. You're handling life. So I
Yes.
love that you get to help with teaching whelping and reproduction and helping in this
Yes.
process. You are mentoring people. Do you have how mentorees? How many are you
I
mentoring right now?
do. So everyone that gets a puppy from us is mentored for life. I also do a monthly mentorship subscription. So that's an option for people that don't have a puppy from us but would still like to learn from me. I used to just do it for free, but I got so busy that I have to charge for my value. But it's very
Mhm.
fair pricing for my mentorship that I do offer. I have about 70 people that I mentor.
Oh my,
And even if they're
70?
pet families, yeah, even if they're pet families, I like to, my dog had a weird poop or they drank tons of water and went outside and played and threw up. Are they okay? I mentor everyone. Any questions, small, big, whether they're a breeder, whether they're just a pet person, I like to always be there for everyone and to educate them. I always say, educate, don't hate.
Absolutely. Educate,
Yes.
don't hate. I love that. You love dogs and you love teaching and
Yeah.
helping people in the process. That's
Yes.
very remarkable and
Thank
beautiful.
you.
So, what are the key factors you consider when ensuring health and safety of puppies during whelping?
For me, the biggest thing when you're whelping puppies is going to be cleanliness. I cannot stress enough how important it is for your environment to be clean, for your moms to be clean. The next thing I would say would be nutrition for your moms. Because a lot of times the moms are great helicopter moms and the little puppies are just sucking the soul out of them. So they need great nutrition so that they can get their weight back after having all these puppies and things like that. And making sure the puppies are getting good nutrition as well. Is mom's milk enough? Do you need to supplement? Do you need to help with things like that? The aspect. And I always think just TLC, tender loving care, just being involved and being around for that. Well-being is a full-time job. Those first several weeks, you're feeding puppies every 2 hours because you're helping mom. And even if mom is wonderful, you still want to make sure, especially with the brachycephalic breeds, that you're there watching that they're not aspirating, getting too much milk. You have to help them be stimulated. So all the little things, just being super involved, keeping clean, and making sure your moms are doing okay because they have been through a lot. And so you want to help them. And that's huge for me. The first week of whelping, I spend like my whole life in this room and I train moms, especially new moms, because if you spend that little bit of time with them, they do it all on their own. So you don't have to be so involved and hands on, even though I want to be. But it just helps that if you spend that time of TLC with them, then they're wonderful moms. We had a first time mom, his mama, and she's been
Oh,
fantastic. I'll come in here and she's already nursing her puppy. She doesn't need me. So it's wonderful to make sure that you're just keeping clean. Their nutrition is high. Calcium is huge for those nursing, whelping moms. And then, of course, just tender loving care.
yes, that's great. That's great. And how do you train the moms? How do you do that?
So, what I like to do with my moms is at the very beginning, I will let them, have their introduction and things like that. Most French Bulldogs have their litter by C-section. So, because of
Mhm.
that, their body doesn't naturally produce a chemical called oxytocin, which is called like the love hormone. It's the bonding hormone. So, I'm very careful with my moms, like that first week, that they're not going to show any signs of like aggression or anything like that. They're not going to freak out. So, I do keep puppies for the first several days, like in the incubator, just so that mom can kind of get off those pain meds and like be herself again, have time to rest because she just went through a surgery. So it's very important for her to just have that time. I like to train my moms, especially when I have like one mom had 7 puppies. I like them to lay on their back and then the nipples are open to them. And I have a nice little blankets that I wrap mom around. So she's just like spa day. She's chilling. And then the puppies are nursing safely around and I'm sitting with my legs around mama. So then she's supported because she feels my energy there and then she feels comfortable and relaxed. And eventually they just kind of do it all on their own if you just spend some time with them to do that.
I love that. And for them, they get time to be with you and get to
Yes.
know their puppies little by little. That's a great
Yes.
idea.
Absolutely.
So, do you train dogs in any different situations for any other purposes?
So, I mean, we do go sometimes to like dog shows is something that we do. All of our dogs, we like to give them home lives. They're not kennel dogs. So all of our dogs are trained to go out and about. Our newest little boy, our stud that we have, his name is Zeus. And I'm trying to train him to be a service animal because I take him everywhere with me. We go to Albertsons together for shopping. We go to Walmart and he's at my side. He knows his sit, his stay commands. And I think the newest, most exciting thing is that she actually picked out her puppy this weekend. Her daughter is on the spectrum. So I'm very excited because I've been doing little things with her puppy, training her puppy to be better acclimated into going to that home. So I've been doing, more squeakers kind of by the face so that she doesn't freak out by the sound and have any like reactivity. So I always like to go the extra mile, especially when I know that there's something more that I could do. For instance, like our fur fam, her daughter being on the spectrum. So whenever we're doing anything for training purposes, I always just try to go a little bit above and beyond the extra mile if I possibly can at all.
I love that. I love that. And you are mentoring 70 people. Just remember the number. So it's a beautiful way, like you get really involved, and it's a beautiful way to keep in touch with every puppy.
Yes. Because I always say I'm their first and forever guardian. So every puppy that I have raised, I make sure that they will forever be looked after. And nothing makes me happier than when one of our fur fam members sends like a picture or a video of their puppy doing something cute or like a new milestone, just something like little check-ins, puppy check-ins. I absolutely love it. And then I get to have this closeness and bond to all these wonderful people that love our puppies. It's so special.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank
Do you have puppies that came back and okay, now we want a brother or sister or another puppy? And
we do have return for fam members. We do. I my quote is Frenchies are like potato chips. You can never have just one. So they get kind of like addicting. I mean, there's worse things to be addicted to, but Frenchies are pretty good. So we do have several people that come back, and anyone that's a return for a fan member, we give them a little bit of a discount, just our thank you for their loyalty and taking such good care of their already existing puppy. So we actually do have several people that have multiple dogs from us.
I love that. So, what advice would you give to new dog owners regarding the importance of early training and socialization?
So a lot of our dogs already have been very well socialized because we do have like a cat, or I allow my young nieces and nephews over so they learn kids from a young age. We do have other breeds of dogs. We have a husky, we have pugs. So they're acclimated to not just Frenchies. But I think the most important thing, I do not let my fur fam take any of their dogs to dog parks until they're fully up to date on their vaccinations. And even then, still, dog parks are not my favorite place because this is a precious little baby. These babies are expensive, and you don't know how other people train their dogs. So, my favorite places for socialization would be like a brewery or a coffee shop, something where there will be other dogs, but it's less. Or like several of our restaurants out here have beautiful back grassy patios. So there will be other dogs there, but it's not just tons of them running amok. So I think it's very important. Socialization, always train them to be at your side. You are their companion, so they need to be confident next to your side. But then when you give them the okay, then they can go socialize and be polite. So we're big on you're their person first, and that's how they kind of adapt and feel confident. And then they're okay when they're given the go ahead for socialization. Oh,
that's great.
Did you just wake up?
He's like, what's going on?
He's like, that was a good snooze. Was that a good snooze?
Oh, he's so cute.
Thank you. His family already loves him so much.
When is he going to his new home?
We got 4 more weeks on the calendar, so very soon, because he's 4 weeks now. I never let any of the puppies go home until they're 8 weeks of age. And even then, still, there's been times where I say, I would like to have them for like another 2 weeks. I want them to reach all of their milestones. I want them to maybe be eating harder kibbles a little bit better, just whatever it may be. There's been times where we've had very grunty puppies. And so I've asked them to stay for another 2 weeks before I let them go home, just so they have a little bit more time to grow and be prepared. So 8 weeks is our start point, but it's never a standard baseline. And of course, we make sure that they have full flying colors from their vet exam. They have all their dewormings, their shots, deparasiting, all the things. We microchip our own puppies as well. So all the things are done and ready for your puppy.
That's so nice. That's so nice. It's such care you're giving them. And also, well, we discussed yoga with puppies. So that would be having them relate to our wellness. How do you incorporate health and wellness into the breeding and training or whelping practices?
So I think health and wellness is, especially me being like a mentor when it comes to breeding, you have to take care of yourself as well when you're raising puppies. So I know it's silly, but staying hydrated and exercising so that you have the energy, you're getting well rested, because whelping is hard. You're up every so many hours. Puppies you just have so many things that you have to do and take care of, especially if you're working full time too. You just have so much on your plate. So I think the health and wellness is important for you first, taking care of yourself, because otherwise you're going to be a total wreck to take care of puppies and your moms. So, getting out of the house, forcing yourself out of the house, that was always something when I first began, I did not do. I stayed in this room and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember the last time I ate. Or like, so you have to take care of yourself too. So
I can relate.
Take care of them. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Like, how are you going to take care of 11 lives if you don't drink water yourself, sleep well? Yeah, absolutely.
So keeping up on yourself. And then, of course, puppies, when it comes to their health and their wellness, I like to do several things for their stages of growth to avoid the negative things, such as even like the blankets that I use are so important, and their stages for progression and growth and setup, and just always making sure that our vet is on speed dial if ever we need them, very important for their health.
That's super important. And do you have a long relationship with your vet? Have you been working together for long?
We have. So I'm so grateful for our vet. His name is Dr. Sanchez. Shout out, Dr. Sanchez. We love you. we see him, oh man, almost like every week. He is one of the best humans ever because he genuinely cares. And I think that is so forgotten for breeding, how important your vet is, because they will seriously make or break your program. So one of our puppies was actually born in the backseat of the car. And it was on a Sunday. So that was a fun adventure. Our poor Mama Venus, I had to run her progesterone that morning, and she was ready to go. And I called him about 6 times, and he's like, I'm so sorry, my kids had my phone. I'm like, it's okay, we're on our way, because she's pushing. So my poor husband is driving in the front seat, and I jump in the back seat. There's like no room back there. I pull this puppy out, and I cut the cord, tie it up. I get her all cleaned up. I get her nursing. I get her suctioned out. She's great. She is doing wonderful. But like, these are the adventures. And he picked up on a Sunday and came and still met us. And the rest of the puppies, the other 6, arrived safely by C-section. So there's things like, these are dogs. Shit happens.
Yeah. No, and it was a very successful birth, like in the car while moving. It's like Dr. House situation.
Yes. I felt like Superwoman back there. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So I can imagine like your husband driving and couldn't look back, but oh my.
And those things happen. So that's another thing. Like, I like to teach everyone what to be prepared for. Like, I had all those products for me to do a delivery in the car if it happened. So that's something that I always tell people, is to be prepared for the worst and of course hope for like the best, but just be prepared for these situations. So when they arise, you're already educated, you know what you're doing, so you're prepared. You just breathe and go.
I love that. So can you tell us, you were telling us about the 11 new furry babies. What breed are they?
So we have 11 French Bulldog puppies, and we have a little rainbow litter. So he's from one litter, and his sisters are lilacs, and he is a lilac platinum. And then our other litter, we had a dual sire litter. So four of the puppies are from one sire, and three of the puppies are from another. We have two Isabella Merles, we have one Blue Merle, we have a new shade of Isabella, and then two Isabellas and one Isabella in tan. So we have a rainbow. It is so cool.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And look at that precious baby, second nap right there, or third nap of the podcast episode.
I call him my little polar bear because he's just like fat and he looks like a little polar bear. Oh, Bubba.
He's gorgeous. Kronos, I love his name. So you are mentoring lots of people. We established that. How do you stay updated yourself to mentor others? Like practice, of course, gives you lots of knowledge. But do you study yourself too?
Absolutely. So I will always say that I might be a mentor, but I will always be humble enough to continue my education. There's always new things coming out, or even just new medications or new practices, things like that. So I think that's one of the things that I absolutely love the most about the Master Breeder Academy is that even us as educators, we're constantly educating ourselves and keeping current with all the practices and all the new learnings of things. I myself have a mentor. She is amazing. Her name is Nay. And, she's been doing this for 13 years. And even still, she gets surprised. And I'll call her and share something. And she's like, oh my goodness. So, like, it's constant learning. You could be doing this for 20 forever years and still not know everything. So, I think it's very important to have a community that supports each other rather than obtain secrets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just shares a wealth of knowledge so that everyone is successful and these puppies just have the best chance at the best life.
That's beautiful. That's so important. I love talking with you and learning everything about everything you do. What are some upcoming projects or exciting news for Canineverse and Frenchieverse, or the classes that you would like to share?
Sure. We're just always on the go, go, go. There's always things happening in our lives. We always try to do like little Frenchieverse fiestas where we have all of our fur fam bring their dogs, and we always first round of beers on us, and everyone gets to bring their puppies, and I get to see them all grown up. So that's something that we always keep continually going. We do them a couple of times a year, and then we have a new litter too. We find out in 2 weeks if our Mama Medusa and Mama Cleopatra are pregnant, and that will be with our new sire Zeus. He is a new shade Rojo and tan fluffy French Bulldog. So we're very excited. We've been waiting for this to happen for a very long time. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
I'm hoping, and they're going to be the best moms ever. Zeus is the best daddy. So we're just super excited for that. And with Caniniverse, we're just constantly helping people, helping people in our community. I just started taking on clients again because usually for like the first 4 weeks of our puppies' lives, I'm so busy that I don't have time to go and because all of our services are mobile. I like to go to people's homes so that their dog feels safe and not scared like they do typically in a vet environment. So that's something that I love going and, just doing it right there for convenience at people's homes. So I'm taking back on clients again now for Caniniverse. Hopefully soon we'll start doing some cryopreservation because there are some wonderful studs here in New Mexico. There are some amazing dogs that we would love to help support and do cryopreservation for. So that's what's happening with that. And then, of course, we have our Master Breeder Academy classes coming up. We have end of October, so that'll be the 25th through the 27th. And then we also have the beginning of November. You can go ahead and just check out the pages for more details on those classes, how to sign up, things like that. And then hopefully we get to meet Mr. Caesar Milan, huh, buddy? Yeah, maybe.
Fingers crossed for that too.
Cool. That would be so cool.
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yes. So, do you get to travel? You're very, very busy, but do you get to travel sometimes, do whelping services in other cities?
So I do teach the whelping courses in other cities. Like this one coming up is going to be in Florida. And then I have now the best little helpers So now I get to go and actually have like just fun vacations, like not work. So I have, she's actually one of my mentor clients, and I have trained her. So now, whenever we're out of town, I have no concerns. I know she's my rock star girl, and she'll come over and help. I have another friend that watches our adult dogs. We can take vacations. But currently, right now, when it comes to whelping, I actually don't whelp for other people's litters unless they're very specific ones. And the reason for that being is we always just have so many of our own litters that I don't have time and the energy, and it's just a lot. And I have whelped for other people before, but it's just not my preferred thing because I do have full-time other businesses that require my attention as well. So I'm just quite frankly, I'm maxed out to be whelping for a bunch of other people. It just takes so much time, and I'm very particular with like germs and things like that. So that's why I don't go and do whelping for other people. Only a few here and there when I possibly can, and it's convenient for me.
I am hypnotized by the hair chewer.
You eat my hair? Doesn't it taste good?
He's gorgeous. He's hungry or playing or all together. I love him.
All of the above. All of the above. You just ate, buddy.
All the upcoming things, they are so incredible. It's always a pleasure talking with you and learning about Frenchieverse, Canineverse, and the Master Breeders Academy. So thank you so much for joining today. Anything else you'd like to say before we go?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me on once again. I look forward to these. I know I'm so busy that, you know, this is something that's like a highlight of my every other like month. Like I love coming on here and just talking to you about things that I'm super passionate about. And I'm really grateful for Bully Girl Magazine for just including me and just really promoting that breeding can be done responsibly and safely. And there are wonderful breeders out there that are doing things proper. So I really respect that and admire that of Bully Girl Magazine and all of our interviews with you, Gigi.
Thank you. We love Bully Girl Magazine, and it's great having you here with us, sharing all your knowledge and tips. And if you're at home watching, keep an eye on Rebecca's previous episodes because she has great tips and information. Don't miss those. So, Rebecca, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. I really appreciate you, Gigi. I had a blast today.
Me too. We had a blast. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kronos, too. Oh my, those fingers.
Say bye,
oh, baby. So, thanks for joining. Don't forget to follow Bully Girl Mag on Instagram. Visit BGM Warehouse to get some awesome Bully Breed apparel. And don't forget to purchase the latest issue of Bully Girl Magazine. We will be seeing you next time.
Bye, baby.